Hi, in the previous lecture, we have learned what exactly is a list, how do we create a list, and how do we access elements from a list. In this lecture, we are going to study about the various functions which accept the list as an argument and returns a single value. We are going to study the functions like length, max, min, and sum. We will apply these functions on different types of list, such as list of integers, list of strings, and a list of mixed data type. Let's begin with the length function. The length function accepts the list as an argument and returns the number of elements present in the list. The name of the function is len. We can pass the list as an argument. I'll be passing nums, which is a list, and that returns me an integer value, which is the number of elements present in the list. So I'd like to capture that into a variable called as n. Now I'd like to print this and check out that what exactly is the value returned by length. So I'll use print, and I'll be using the formatted string f string. I'll just say the number of elements in here. I would like to print the list elements, so I'm just using flower braces equal to n here. So let me try to run this particular code and check out what is the result. And you can just observe I have 6 elements, and let's verify the result. It says that we have 6 elements in this particular list. Now let's try to apply the same thing on a list of strings. As you can observe that the list of strings consists of 5 elements, and you can just check out that the answer what I'm getting it is also 5. So what we learned is the length function can be applied with a list of integers as well as with a list of strings. Now let's try to verify, can we apply this on a list of mixed data type or not. So for that, again I'll use the same code out here. Only thing is I'll just change the type to mixed. I'll try to run this, and you can just observe that I got the answer as 10 because I had total 10 elements, 5 integers and 5 strings in that. So what we learned is the length function can be applied with integers, strings as well as mixed data type. Now let's look into the max function. The max function accepts the list as an argument and it returns the largest element in the list. Let's try to learn how to use the max function. Before that, let's comment this particular code, and then max, I'll be passing nums, and I'll just use the variable name called as large to capture the largest element from this. Now the largest element in a list of numericals is 29, so my expected answer is 29. The largest element in nums equal to large. Here the answer is 29. Clear? Okay. Now let us verify, can we use the large function with a list of strings. So let's try to take this code and just change the name out here to names. And before I could execute this, let me just tell you that the max can be applied with the list of strings, but the question is what will be the output out here. Now will the output will be the largest string based on the length, or will it be the string based on alphabetical order? Now if you just see the input out here, based on the number of characters, Ram Prasad is the lengthiest string, which basically has around 9 characters. But if you can place them in ascending order, then Sikandar is something which is the largest. So what is the expected results? Let's verify this. And you can just observe I got the answer as Sikandar. So from this what we learnt is it gives me the largest element based on alphabetical order and not based on the length of the string. Now the next question is, can we apply max with a list of mixed data type? And you can observe that we cannot apply the max on a list of mixed data type. So max can be applied only on a list of numericals or a list of strings, but not a list of mixed data type. And on similar lines, we can also use the min function, which returns me the smallest element of the list. Now the min function can be applied on list of numericals, as well as it can also be applied on a list of strings. But min function cannot be applied with a list of mixed data type. So let us try to modify this particular program here. Instead of large, I'll just say the smallest element, smallest equal to min of numbers, and here also I'll just say this is my smallest, and here this is my smallest. Fine. Now on the same lines, I can just try this out with strings also. Only thing is I just need to change this to names. The min function cannot be applied on mixed data type. We'll be verifying that also, okay, so that we can be confident that yes, it does not work. First, let's try to comment this and then verify the ones with integers and strings. Then we'll try to work with the mixed data type. You can just observe it is working with a list of integers as well as also working with a list of strings. Now let's try to uncomment this particular code out here, and then we'll try to run this, and you can just observe the last one throws me an error. And the last function we're going to study here is the sum function. The sum function accepts a list and then it calculates the total of all the elements present in the list. It works on the list of only numericals. Here in this particular example, it can work with nums list because it consists numericals. It will not work with the list of strings or the mixed data type. Let's quickly verify this. I can use sum. I need to pass these nums, and here I'll just say total, and I can just print the total out here. So I can just say the sum of elements, the f string, sum of elements, wherein I'll be putting that list equal to, I'll just write total. And this works perfectly without any problem. Let me clear the screen. Let me try to run this. I got the total as 83. Now you can try this with strings like names, and this will start giving me an error because we cannot apply this with strings. Neither we can apply this with mixed data type. Right? What we learned today is the 4 basic functions which accepts the list as an argument. It returns one value. We studied about the length function, which can be applied on all types of list and returns the number of elements. We tried out with the max and min function, which gives me the largest and smallest element, but it can be applied only on the list of numericals or strings. It cannot be applied on the mixed data type. And then we looked into the sum function, which only works with a list of numericals and it returns the sum of all the elements of that particular list. Thank you.